After a disastrous start, meanwhile, not for France, but losing to Saudi Arabia. Well, Argentina have managed to return to winning ways. Lionel Messi taking some of the nerves out for his side after he managed to drill in an opening goal in the 64th minute before Fernandes then doubled that lead just before half-time. Let's go over to our sports editor, Simon Harding, now, who's at the game. Simon, it's a win for Argentina, but really, this is a massive weight off their shoulders. Once again, Lionel Messi setting them free from what was somewhat a scrappy win tonight.
A very tense game right up until Lionel Messi has scored that wonderful strike, and it's no surprise that Argentina's talismanic captain once again, as he has so often does throughout his career, comes to their rescue. The goal, but also the assist for Enzo Fernandez. So Lionel Messi always at the heart of everything. He seems to walk around the pitch for most of the match, but then when he gets those legs going, he just seems absolutely unstoppable. He's scored his 8th goal at the World Cup finals. He equals perhaps the greatest Argentinian of all time, Diego Maradona, in that respect. But more than anything, as you mentioned, he keeps the dream alive for Argentina. He keeps his personal dream alive of finally lifting the World Cup trophy. It's the only major trophy that Lionel Messi is missing, and you do get the sense that perhaps Argentina are kick-starting into life.
Maybe this is the start, just a slight delayed start for them. Simon, so of course, we know the goal scorer that he is and the place that he occupies within the team. It's so 2 goals in 2 games, which is good news, as you say, for them now. But what's Argentina going to look like should he be unable to play at some points?
Well, that's the big question, and I think it's a concerning question for Lionel Scaloni and for all Argentina as supporters, because Lionel Messi is the one who's really creating everything and scoring the goals. Enzo Fernandez is a very young talent from Benfica, but he's a midfielder, and it's a real moment of magic if you look at his goal, the way he curled it past Guillermo Ochoa, but he's not going to be able to do that every game. I think Lautaro Martinez of Inter Milan, Julian Alvarez of Manchester City, they're all players that really need to step up, because Messi is 35 and he's not going to be able to dig his country out week in, week out, day in, day out, the way he's doing it at the moment. There were still defensive frailties. Mexico, for 45 minutes, really frustrated the Argentina side. Angel Di Maria, perhaps one of the few who took the game to the Central Americans, but in the second half, Mexico just really let off the pressure. They were unable to mount a serious challenge to search for an equalising goal, and were punished once again with Fernandez is a striker. Moving forwards, just talking about Mexico very briefly, it leaves them in a very delicate position to qualify. Almost impossible. What is for sure is that they're going to have to beat Saudi Arabia, whereas Argentina, to make sure that they go top as well, need to beat Poland.
Karim, Simon asking the question there, whether this could be just, like a delayed start for Argentina. Do you think, based on where they are now, do things look good for them going ahead tonight?
It is a good question, because it is quite impressive to see how quickly they lost all their certainties. We just have to say that Argentina was, before the World Cup, on an incredible streak, like 34 or 35 games without losing. And then there was this catastrophe in Saudi Arabia, and everything just vanished. And we saw 5 changes in the starting 11 from the coach Lionel Scaloni before this game against Mexico. But when you look at the game, oh, okay, that was Messi, okay, Enzo Fernandez, but what else, finally? Maybe Di Maria, as Simon said, but you don't have those powerful belief in you, and they lost it, and I'm not sure if they can take it back or not before the end of the competition. We hope that they will go as far as possible, but still, I'm not convinced, and the third and match day 3 in this group will be quite tight, in my opinion, so it will play on also on the head of players.
Yeah, I mean, it's taken a little bit of the nerves out for them today, but nothing's really set in stone yet. There's no, they need more than that.
I will wait a little bit.